Hey guys, welcome back to Rocket Gyan, my fellow space tubers. Today I am really very excited because today is the day when ISRO will be launching their first rocket of 2021 and hence starting their launch campaign of 2021. So, if you don't know anything about ISRO, the launch vehicle, and what are the payload it is carrying, you are at the right place because here I'll tell you each and everything which you need to know, as well as take your questions and give the answers. So hi everyone, hi Shashank Desai, hi Kvyuma, hi Emmanuel Flournoy, not wrong, hi Stephen. Oh, you don't have to write so much of time, Kvyuma. And hi JD Brown, hi Nishant Kumar, hi Angel, hello from Korea. Okay, so we can now come in and see what do we have in store for us. So if you don't know ISRO stands for Indian Space Research Organization, and it is the India's government space agency. Okay, it is right now not the only space agencies. We are coming up, means the India is coming up with the many space agencies now with the privatization of the space sector and whatnot, but this is the premier one, and the original one with the which was established in way back in 1972. So ISRO is known for having their missions done in a very low cost, as well as the output which they give is very large. So that's what the, you can say, uh, key thing of ISRO. Okay, so their vision is to harness space technology for national development while pursuing space science research and planetary exploration. So this is more in this ISRO was built more in a way to develop country as well as harness resources, space resources to benefit country. So yeah, that that is all we have for ISRO. Now we can have a look at the PSLV rocket. And here we go. So this is the PSLV rocket which will be launching today, and this rocket is the workhorse for ISRO. Like for Roscosmos, they have Soyuz rocket, which is their workhorse. Most of their launches are of Soyuz in Roscosmos. Similar to that, for ISRO, we have PSLV, in which they have most of the launches, and it is the most reliable rocket which they have ever built till now. And talking about the specifications of this rocket is a four-stage rocket. And if you don't consider the strap-on boosters, if you consider the strap-on boosters, it is a five-stage rocket. Okay, so it works like solid booster and then liquid fuel engine, then again solid booster and then again liquid fuel engine. So it's an alternative one which they take in. And for today's launch, we have PSLV in DL configuration. DL simply means, I think so, that means double lit if I'm not wrong. And that means that there will be two strap-on motors which will be used here. So you can see here in this, we have four strap-on motors, right? This is not a booster. I'll tell you what it is, but here you can see it is four strap-on boosters, but today we will be having only two strap-on boosters. Okay, and talking about this, what is this? If you ask, this is not a booster. This is a roll control thruster, and it is actually lit up around 2.8 seconds before the liftoff, and it role is for controlling the roll of the rocket, as well as act as, you can say, the fins of the rocket. And yeah, that is also its work. So it is not a booster. Many people are confused that it is a small booster, so it is also attached. No, it is not a booster, and it is not detachable also. Just a roll control thruster. And these strap-on motors consist of today there will be two strap-on motors which will be flying on PSLV, and it has a fuel as HTPB, produces a maximum thrust of 719 kilonewtons. And yeah, it consists of 12 tons of propellant. Okay, Then talking about the first stage, this is the first stage. This whole thing is the first stage, which is also a solid rocket booster. Uh, the PS1, first stage is known as PS1. It uses S139 solid rocket motor that is augmented by 6 strap-on boosters. For today's case, it is 2 strap-on boosters. Uh, Fuel is again STPB and produces 48,000 kilonewtons of thrust. So this 139, if you are wondering what is this 139, 139 is the amount of propellant it is carrying. So it is like 139 tons of solid rocket propellant. Wow, that is really huge, right? 138 tons, 9 tons. And then we have this interstage consisting of the stage separation. Then we have this second stage. Second stage is PS2. PS2 is the second stage of PSLV rocket and is powered by Vikas liquid engine, which is a liquid fuel engine. Vikas engine, which is a liquid fuel engine and runs on UDMH and N2O4 as its fuel. So it is now you can say there are very less rocket remaining now which burns on hypergolic fuels, and here we have it, UDMH plus N2O4. It does not need any igniter. It will come in contact and it will ignite instantaneously. So that's what we call hypergolic fuel. So PSLV uses an earth storable liquid rocket engine for its second stage, which is the engine which it uses is Vikas engine, and it produces a maximum thrust of 799 kilonewton. Then for the third stage, we have this PS3 third stage, which is again a solid rocket motor, and it uses again STPB as its fuel and 240 kilonewtons of maximum thrust it produces. Then we have the fourth stage. Fourth stage and the final stage is the liquid engine. It has liquid engine, and it is the uppermost stage of PSLV, comprising of two earth storable liquid engine, which is equal to, means the engines which it is carrying are two PS4 engines, which produces a thrust of around 14.2 kilonewtons, 15.2 kilonewtons, and it uses fuels as MAMH and MON, which means monomethyl hydrazine and oxides of mixed oxides of nitrogen. So yep, this is on also hypergolic fuel. Then the talking about the payload capacity of this thing, the payload capacity to Sun Synchronous Orbit is 1,750 kilograms, which it is launching today. It is going to Sun Synchronous Polar Orbit. If you don't know what is a Sun Synchronous Polar Orbit, it is almost it is, yeah, you can say at 87 degrees with the equator, and yeah, it is kind of a polar orbit which actually covers. Polar orbit are, you can say, much of an interest for many satellite because it covers whole earth area, as well as sun synchronous are very much you can say uh, popular because of other reasons which I can talk about in you can say another live stream. Yeah, we do have the payload fairing, which we will means the payloads which it will be carrying, which we will get back into in a bit. And this rocket is a very unique one. I mean, it has have some records for ISRO's. It launched Chandrayaan 1 mission, which was the maiden mission to moon for ISRO, then the Mangalyaan 1 mission, which was the maiden mission to Mars. And till date, it was the cheapest mission sent to Mars. So, yeah. And before SpaceX broke the record of carrying most number of satellites to space, recently on 24 January, PSLV had the crown of launching 104 satellites. So, yeah, it is a kind of a good rocket, you can say. Now, talking about some payloads, but before that, let me take some questions. Yes, Iron, the Space Explorer. Today is the day it was launched. I am nervous. There is not much time left to launch. Yes, yes, yes. It is only 41 minutes until launch. Hi, Taiwan cannot help. Emily Huster says it's hard to find coverage of ISRO launches in English. I really appreciate what you are doing on this channel. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. and I appreciate your support also. So, talking about the payloads, okay, let's just have a look at the payload. The payload will, the you can say one payload which it is carrying is the Unity Sat, which you can see here. This is how it looks like, and its role is to provide relay communications, and it is a very small satellite, which you can see that this is a satellite which is carrying, which it is carrying the um, for Unity Sat. It is actually carrying 3 Unity Sats on it, and then Space Bees are also being launched today, and it is carrying 12 Space Bees satellite. And this Space Bee satellite, you can say it, the company, the Swarm Technology, has planned to launch 150 satellites, with 170 satellites to be manufactured. Okay, so and the role of these Space Bees is also to provide two-way data relay and communication services. This is the second lot. Then the third satellite is this Satish Dhawan satellite, which is a very interesting one because it is actually made by an organization known as Space Kids India, and goal of this satellite will be to study the space radiation magnetosphere and demonstrate the indigenously developed and designed nano satellite components as parts of our honorable PMC vision Atmanirbhar Bharat, which is actually means self-sustained India. Atmanirbhar Bharat means self-sustained India. It is actually, this motive is going on for a long time now, which is actually a vision of India's Prime Minister. So yeah, this is one step further in that direction for space technology. So for this Satish Dhawan sat, the science goals are this: space radiations and magnetosphere, but it also has some interesting things. It also has one engraved Prime Minister Modi's picture on the top of the panel of the satellite. Yep, that is the case. It is carrying Narendra Modi's, our Prime Minister's Narendra Modi's picture on the satellite, engraved picture on the satellite, as well as Bhagavad Gita on board this SD card of this satellite. So if you don't know what Bhagavad Gita is the, you can say, holy book for Hinduism, which it is carrying on the on this satellite on in the SD card. So yep, this is a kind of interesting one. Then talking about the last satellite, which is actually the main satellite going into space today, which is the Amazonia 1, which is the primary satellite. Amazonia 1 is an Earth observation satellite developed solely by Brazil's National Institute for Space Research. And the satellite is equipped with a camera that can pass over and take pictures of any place in the world every 5 days. This high revisit rate is useful for tracking events like deforestation in Amazon rainforest and whatnot. And this will be the first satellite which is totally designed, integrated, and made totally by Brazil. So, yep, this is a good one and primary one, which you can see that. Okay, so um, w- now we can have a look at the mission profile itself. So, talking about the mission profile, we have this one, C-51 Amazonia 1 mission. Some milestones is the first launch of 2021, 78th launch from the Satish Dhawan Space Center from Sri Harikota, and 39th launch from the first launch pad. Satish Dhawan Space Center Sri Harikota has 2 launch pads, and this is the first launch pad from which it will be launching, and it will be the 39th launch. 342 foreign satellites launched, and will be launched today. Total number of 342 foreign satellites, and 53rd flight of PSLV rocket, third flight of PSLV-DL variant, and the first dedicated commercial mission for NSIL. So don't get into this if you don't understand what NSIL is. It is a commercial venture for ISRO, and recently some space policies were changed, so NSIL was incorporated. So yep, it is handling the launch today. That's what you need to know. So talking about mission profile, this is the mission profile: ignition and two ground-lit PSOMs, which is a solid motors, and the separation of two ground-lit PSOMs will happen at 1 minute 10 second. Then the stage separation, the first stage will be separated, then second stage will be ignited, then the fairing will be separated, second stage will be separated, then third stage will be ignited, third stage will cut off and coast for around 145 seconds, then it will be separated, then after 10 seconds or so the fourth stage will be ignited, then the fourth stage engine will cut off and the Amazonia ones will be separated. But the mission does not end here, because the PS4 engine will again restart for around 1 hour, after 1 hour, 1 minute, and will burn for 9 seconds, and then again it will restart at 1 hour 50 minutes or so and burn for 8 seconds, and then it will detach the customer satellites. So it's a long mission today for ISRO. We already have taken care of how the rocket looks like, so it's okay. The Amazonia 1 satellite is actually 637 kilograms in weight, and it's an Earth observation satellite. 60-meter resolution, is its resolution of the camera. Propulsion, it uses hydrogen and greater than 4 years of life. This is the Satish Dhawan sat, which I already made you see. Then the Unity sat, 3 sats for relay communication. And the Sindhu Netra satellite is also there. Then Sai-1 Nano Connect 2 and the Space Bees. So these are the this one, and this one, Sindhu Netra, are the you can say the passengers, or you can say customers are from India, but the Sai-1 Nano Connect 2 and the Space Bees are from USA. That is the case. Now looking in some pictures for the PSLV rocket, because this is a very beautiful looking rocket, and I myself, you can see that this is how it looks like. And here you can see there are some tiles kind of thing placed on the rocket here on the second stage, and it also, you can say, detaches when the rocket ignites because of the vibration and all. And its main purpose is to absorb all that vibration, as well as to contain the temperature of the second stage of the PSLV rocket, because the second stage of the PSLV is actually a liquid fuel engine, right? And it is loaded way uh, back, I mean around T minus 1 day only. So yeah, it actually needs some heat shield kind of a thing to maintain the temperature of the fuel. So that's what it is, and it is separated, or you can say it is detached from it. Some glimpses of the launch pad and the rocket, looking beautiful as always. Wow, this is the when it was being made. This is the interstage which is being carried on. uh Second stage, which we can see here, and second stage with the water tank in here. This blue thing is actually a water tank, which means that actually it does not have any regenerative cooling or something like that to cool the turbo pumps or things like that. So that's why it uses water as a coolant. Okay, in this blue tank we have water, and it is then supplied to the turbo pumps to cool it down. So yep, that is the case. This is the side rocket motor, and it has, you can say, a kind of twisted nozzle, and it is actually needed, and it I mean to say it is actually uh, done so that it remain intact with the first stage booster, and you don't actually need to have some complex mechanism to hold the side boosters into its place, because in this kind of configuration actually has a force on in this direction, which actually you can say make it stick to the surface, right? When it is launching. That is the case. One segment of the first stage booster, solid rocket booster. Yep, the nozzle. Okay, the launch has been delayed. Is it? Let me just see it. Nope, I don't think so. Wait a sec. Just no, it has not been delayed. Actually, maybe the launch coverage has not started. That's the case. I don't think so. It has been delayed. So whenever it starts, we'll also start our coverage. Just a second. Let me just looking for another sources. We do have a launch coverage, guys. Okay, just a sec. Right now, the official one has not been started, but we do have some coverage, so I'll switch over to that. Just a sec. So here we have something. Okay. Okay, so let's see what we have in here.
P4 here, go ahead. P4 you can start. P4 pulsar is on. DC coding, MOTR and mobile MOTR. MOTR and mobile emitter, go ahead. MOTR and mobile emitter can start radiation and confirm. MOTR and mobile emitter radiation is on.
And okay.
DC noted.
Hi guys. So if you have if you don't know what I do,
control, even number 427 completed.
okay. So what I do on this channel, I actually host live streams of various rocket launches as well as space events. We also have other space related and rocket science related videos too on this channel, so you can consider subscribing for latest updates. And let's see what do we have in here. तो आपको अगर कोई भी क्वेश्चन हो आप -25 मिनट्स ओके, सो आपको कोई भी क्वेश्चन हो आप मुझसे पूछ सकते हैं, मैं आपका ज़रूर अच्छे से आंसर कर दूंगा.
Automatic launch sequence authorization command is issued. ALSV Roger. ALSV Roger.
रॉकेट लॉन्च कब होगा? रॉकेट लॉन्च विल बी इन लाइव इन 25 मिनट्स ओनली. Yes, Sujendra, wish you all a very happy National Science Day today. On the occasion of the National Science Day, we will be witnessing one of the launch today, which is so cool. So, yep, let's see what we have in here. लॉन्च सीक्वेंस क्या है? लॉन्च सीक्वेंस अभी टाइम है लॉन्च सीक्वेंस में. लॉन्च सीक्वेंस बस यही है. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल द एट t minus 2.8 seconds the roll control thrusters will be ignited. Okay.
दर्शकों का सतीश धवन अंतरिक्ष केंद्र श्रीहरिकोटा में मैं विकास स्वर्णकार हार्दिक स्वागत करता हूं. आज एक बार फिर हम तैयार हैं भारत के विकास की ओर एक और कदम बढ़ाने के लिए. आज 28 फरवरी 2021 को PSLV C51 अमेजोनिया 1 मिशन का प्रक्षेपण प्रथम प्रमोचन मंच से होने जा रहा है. यह इस वर्ष का प्रथम प्रमोचन है. इसका प्रक्षेपण भारतीय मानक समय के अनुसार 10:24 पर किया जाएगा. इस प्रमोचन यान PSLV C51 के साथ मुख्य उपग्रह के रूप में ब्राजील के अमेजोनिया 1 तथा 18 अन्य सहयात्री उपग्रहों का प्रमोचन किया जा रहा है.
Good morning and a hearty welcome to all the viewers. I am Madhuri welcoming you to the launch event of PSLV C51 Amazonia 1 mission being telecast live on DD National from the Mission Control Center at Satish Dhawan Space Center, Shar, Sriharikota, Andhra Pradesh, the spaceport of India. The launch will take place today, the 28th of February 2021 at 10:24 hours Indian Standard Time from the first launch pad. The live telecast is also available on ISRO website, YouTube, Facebook and Twitter. The PSLV C51 will launch Amazonia 1 satellite weighing 637 kgs in 752 kilometers circular Sun Synchronous Polar Orbit with 98.48 degrees inclination and the 18 co-passenger satellites in the respective orbits.
TCTC, SHAR 1 and 2 confirms normalcy of both telemetry carriers.
काउंटडाउन शुरू हो चुका है करीबन 25 घंटा पहले और क्रमबद्ध तरीके से सभी कार्य पूर्ण किए जा रहे हैं.
I'm so much excited, guys. So if you have questions, you can ask me, and all the best to ISRO, all the best, and let's see what we have in store for today. I am so very much excited. Are you also, guys?
अमेजोनिया 1 अंतरिक्ष विभाग के अधीन भारत सरकार के कंपनी न्यू स्पेस इंडिया लिमिटेड एनसेल का प्रथम समर्पित वाणिज्यिक मिशन है. स्पेस फ्लाइट इनकॉर्पोरेशन USA के साथ वाणिज्यिक व्यवस्था के तहत एनसेल इस मिशन पर कार्यरत है.
We bring to you the glimpses of integration activities of the PSLV C51 at the first launch pad.
BI in ALS mode.
The campaign begins
So
with the
this is
flagging
the
of
integration of the vehicle.
Director SDSC Shar. The segment is brought to the launch pad and is lifted
The
and
first stage of the
precisely
booster
on the mobile
means the
launch
first
pedestal.
stage of the solid rocket booster.
The PS1, the first stage, comprises of 5 segments. The nozzle end segment, 3 similar middle segments topped by the head end segment. These segments are completely cast, processed and prepared in special facilities at the spaceport with utmost regard to quality and safety and COVID-19 protocols for the safety of personnel. There you are seeing the hosting of MS1, meticulous preparations there. These motors thrive high pressure combustion gases on the inside and high relative velocity air on the outside.
PS2 stage is cleared for PSLV C51 mission.
The JD Brown, the vehicle is going into a polar orbit, which means it will go into an orbit at 90-degree inclined to the equator. So yep, that is the case. This is
The
the
DL version
strap-on
of
booster.
PSLV has 2 strap-ons. The first among the 2 strap-ons, fully assembled in a separate facility, is being brought to the launch pad. It will be tilted from horizontal to vertical and precisely lowered to integrate with the main motor.
19 minutes.
These are the strap-on motors looking so cool.
Here you can see the second strap-on also being lowered for integration with the motor.
mission launch.
विकास engine
Onboard
guys.
Roger.
पर नोजल का द्वितीय चरण के नोजल का परीक्षण देखते हुए
VDC Roger.
TS2 स्टेज को लॉन्च पैड लाया गया और इसे क्रेन की मदद से हॉइस्ट कर प्रथम चरण के ऊपर में संलग्न
ROD
किया
Roger.
जाएगा।
PDP to ROD, mission computers and real-time network are ready for
Wow.
PSLV-C51
यह
Amazon
कार्य
mission
बहुत
launch.
ही धैर्यपूर्वक
ROD
और
Roger.
सतर्कता के साथ किया जा रहा है।
Range safety systems
अब
are ready
देख
for
रहे
the
हैं
launch of PSLV-C51
तृतीय और
Mangalyaan
चतुर्थ
mission.
चरण
ROD
The
Roger.
fourth
संलग्न
stage,
हो
third
चुके
stage
हैं और
guys,
एक यूनिट बनकर
which is a solid
लॉन्च
rocket
पैड
motor
में लाया
again.
जाएगा
Readiness for the launch support of PSLV-C51 Mangalyaan.
और इसे अब संयोजित कर दिया गया है।
Roger.
And
Minus 18 minutes.
now
तृतीय
this
और
is the
चतुर्थ
fourth
चरण
stage, which is being
तृतीय चरण
hidden
के
in
ऊपर
the
में संयोजित होता हुआ
All
this
the
thing.
system parameters of
Checkout cables
PSLV-C51
connect कर दिए
launch
गए हैं।
vehicle are normal and within
और अब आप
specifications.
देख पा रहे हैं
The launch
यह है
vehicle is
अमेजोनिया
ready for
1
PSLV-C51
उपग्रह
Mangalyaan 1 mission.
जिसे पेलोड
Mission
एडेप्टर
Director
के
Roger.
ऊपर में संयोजित कर परीक्षित कर लिया गया है।
So guys, this is actually
और
the
उसे
Amazonia 1 satellite.
कंटेनर के
You
अंदर
can see
सुरक्षित
that
कर
here,
लॉन्च पैड
Amazonia 1 satellite. With the other satellites, the small satellites.
अमेजोनिया 1 को पेलोड
Enclosed,
एडेप्टर के साथ
being
संयोजित
enclosed in the
कर इसे
fairing.
सुरक्षा कवच के अंदर सुरक्षित कर दिया गया। यह आप देख रहे हैं एमएसटी
Yep,
टावर
it is in the
उसे
current time of launch.
PSLV C51 के पूर्ण संयोजन के बाद में एमएसटी टावर को 120 मीटर पीछे खसका दिया
And
जाता है
Angel, it
और
will depend on whether this launch will be completed by the launch by the time the Soyuz will be launching.
Satellite
Having the control, I mean,
director,
external
mission
onboard.
director, Amazonia 1, ready for launch.
Mission Director Roger. This is Range Operation Director to Mission Director. Range is ready for PSLV-C51 Mangalyaan 1 launch. Mission Director Roger.
This is TTC Director to Mission Director. This track network confirms readiness for supporting PSLV-C51 Amazonia
The
1.
range is green for launch. And
Confirm 467.
we have the ground station supporting the launch today.
देख रहे हैं PSLV C51 के मिशन डायरेक्टर
Roger.
श्री SR बीजू।
VLCC1, LCC1. Please note timing confirmed external hold mode.
अब रेंज ऑपरेशन डायरेक्टर, सैटेलाइट डायरेक्टर, व्हीकल डायरेक्टर, टेलीमेट्री ट्रैकिंग डायरेक्टर ने अपना सहमति दे दिया है मिशन डायरेक्टर को।
So now
अब
Okay.
कुछ ही
Minus
समय पर
16 minutes.
minus 16 minutes on the clock,
automatic launch
guys.
sequence जारी किया
This is
जाएगा।
Mission Director. Mission Readiness Review and Launch Authorization Board have already given clearance for proceeding with the countdown and launch of PSLV-C51 Amazonia 1 mission. All operations in the countdown sequence till automatic launch sequence have been completed satisfactorily. Based on the clearance obtained from launch vehicle, spacecraft, range and ISRO network stations and prevailing favorable weather conditions, Mission Director hereby authorizes to initiate launch operation sequence for the launch of PSLV-C51 Amazonia 1 mission at 10:24 hours IST today, that is 28th of February 2021.
And here we go, guys. We are go for the launch today, and we will finally be seeing the launch of the ISRO's PSLV rocket carrying the Amazonia 1 and the other 18 satellites with it.
Mission Director of PSLV C51
Based on the
Amazonia
authorization
1
of
mission,
Director,
giving the clearance
Vehicle
and
Director
authorizing the
hereby
launch.
authorizes to initiate the automatic launch sequence for the launch of PSLV-C51 Amazonia 1 mission at 10:24 hours IST today, 28th February.
Automatic launch sequence initiated for PSLV-C51 launch.
It is about 14 minutes 30 seconds to the launch, and the vehicle director has announced the start of automatic
Minus
launch
14
sequence.
minutes 30 seconds.
From here on, the further activities leading to the launch
It's happening,
will be
guys.
in the
I'm so
autonomous
much
mode
excited
by the
now.
automatic
T minus
launch
14
sequence.
minutes now.
The major checkout parameters for the launch vehicle and satellite will be taken care of by the onboard computers.
So it has been actually, you can see that the transfer to the internal computers is done like T minus 14 minutes and 30 seconds or
Speaking
so.
about
So
the
it is
milestones
very
that this
much
launch
earlier in the launch countdown. So, yep, it is a kind of
PSLV-C51
unique thing for this
Amazonia-1
rocket.
mission is the first dedicated PSLV commercial mission for the New Space India Limited, NSIL, a Government of India company under Department of Space. NSIL is undertaking this mission under a commercial arrangement with Spaceflight Inc. USA. It is also the first time that Brazil is launching its satellites from an Indian rocket. The first launch mission by ISRO for the year 2021 also marks some more milestones, like the 78th launch vehicle mission from SDSC Shar, 53rd flight for the workhorse PSLV, and the third for the DL variant of the launch vehicle. ISRO has so far launched 342 satellites belonging to as many as 34 countries. You might recall ISRO had launched PSLV-C51, a DL version with 2 strap-ons from the first launch pad on 7th of November 2020.
Okay, so the reusability, like SpaceX, they are in making.
You
The
can see
Admire
that,
rocket
the
is in
delegation
making,
from Brazil is
which
here
will
to
have
witness the
VTVL
launch.
technology. So let's see what we have. Also, we have space shuttle type of thing also for this. We have RLV, which is known as reusable launch vehicle for in ISRO, and it is also in development right now.
ब्राजीलियन प्रतिनिधियों को देख पा रहे हैं और उनके बगल में है डायरेक्टर एनएसआईएल श्री राधाकृष्णन.
Yep, Zunzo, actually the thing is we have very less time in which you will actually see the rocket. This is how ISRO covers the rocket launch, so it's okay. That's why we have this animation. Whenever, if there is any, you can say, thing which I can do to improve the stream experience for you, I have done that. I have made the animation, so let's see what we have in here.
यह उपग्रह अमेजन क्षेत्र के निर्वणीकरण का मॉनिटरिंग तथा ब्राजीलियन प्रदेश में वैविध्यपूर्ण कृषि का विश्लेषण करने के लिए प्रयोग आंकड़े प्रदान कराकर
They will be going, they don't worry, we will have the actual one also, don't worry about that. Okay,
उपग्रह अमेजोनिया 1 का कुल भार 637 केजी का है. इसे 772
okay, I think there is some problem with the coverage. Let me switch over to another source for a sec. So I do have to see. Wait a sec, guys. Let me just change the source here. Just a sec, guys. The actual one also we have buffering. So yep, there is some problem going on here, guys. From the
से
from their
अधिक
end
का
only.
अभिकल्पित
Okay,
किया गया है.
we're back here. Hang tight, and here we have, come on. There is some problem.
The PS1. It consists of 5 segments, approximately 30 tons each, with two 12.2-ton solid strap-on motors alongside the main booster. Core dia 2.8 meters, thrust 4,800 kilonewtons, action time of 109 seconds approximately. The strap-on dia is 1 meter, and the thrust
minus
719 kilonewtons. The second stage of PSLV is based on liquid propulsion system with 41 tons propellant loading of UH-25 as fuel and N2O4 as oxidizer. The Vikas engine develops 799 kilonewtons thrust. The third stage of the rocket is called HPS-3. Its height is 3.6 meters. diameter 2 meters, and uses 7.65 tons of propellant. The fourth
No,
stage is a
Jacob,
liquid
we
stage.
don't have any hold,
2.5
any built-in
meters in
holds
height,
during the countdown.
1.34 meters in diameter, and 2.5 tons of propellant loading. Monomethyl hydrazine as fuel and mixed oxides of nitrogen as oxidizer. The equipment bay is on top of the fourth stage. The satellites are housed inside the payload fairing of 3.2 meters diameter.
Minus 9 minutes.
PPV open.
काउंटडाउन जारी है। अब हम 9 मिनट की दूरी पर प्रमोशन से काउंटडाउन ऑपरेशन करीब 25.5 घंटे पहले प्रारंभ हो चुका है। अब हम PSLV C51 से 8 मिनट 44 सेकंड की दूरी पर लॉन्च की उल्टी गिनती शुरू होने से अब तक यान को पावर ऑन कर सभी तंत्रों के संचार सुनिश्चित कर लिए गए हैं। ग्राउंड स्टेशन की रेडीनेस चेक कर ली गई है। तरल नोदक के भराव की स्थिति प्राप्त कर चतुर्थ चरण, द्वितीय चरण और RCT में प्रणोदन का भराव हो चुका है।
So he is actually telling that the rocket has been fueled. The first, the second stage, and the fourth stage has been fueled with the rocket fuel.
सफलतापूर्वक पूरा कर लिया गया है। बैटरीज चार्जिंग सुनिश्चित कर ली गई हैं।
Batteries has been charged. Everything is ready for the launch.
क्रमबद्ध तरीके से सेफ आर्म को आर्म मोड में लाया जा रहा है।
Yeah, T minus 8 minutes until the launch, guys. This is happening.
संपन्न किया जा रहा है।
I'm so much excited for it right now. We can see the mission control center here. Good.
तो इस प्रमोशन से जुड़ी ट्रेजेक्टरी के बारे में कुछ इंफॉर्मेशन देता हूं। T minus 2.8 सेकेंड में RCT रिएक्शन कंट्रोल थ्रस्टर को ऑन कर दिया जाएगा। इसके बाद T0 पे प्रमोशन शुरू होगा PS1 के प्रज्वलन के साथ। 420 मिली सेकेंड के बाद ग्राउंड लेड स्ट्रैप-ऑन
Minus 7 minutes.
का प्रज्वलन किया जाएगा। 70 सेकेंड के बाद ग्राउंड लेड स्ट्रैप-ऑन का पृथक्कीकरण हो जाएगा। इसके 40 सेकेंड के बाद PS1 का मुख्य यान से वियोजन हो और PS2 का प्रज्वलन होगा। इसके करीबन 1 मिनट के बाद ऊष्मा कवच का वियोजन होगा। अब हमारा प्रमोशन यान वातावरण के घनत्व से बाहर जा चुका होगा।
He's actually right now explaining the mission profile. That's it. And thank you so much, Angel, for that €2 super chat. It helps the channel so much. Thank you so much, guys. And if you want to support, as in what I do, you can consider becoming a Patreon. Link is down in the description, as well as super chat is enabled for one-time fund. Thank you so much, Angel.
करीबन 107 सेकंड
Minus
तक
6 minutes.
T minus 6 minutes until the launch, guys.
इसके 10 सेकंड बाद
This
चतुर्थ
is
चरण का
happening.
प्रज्वलन शुरू हो जाएगा। करीबन 8 मिनट 10 सेकंड चतुर्थ चरण अपना निष्पादन देकर शांत होगा और इसे अभिप्राय पूर्वक बंद कर दिया जाएगा। कक्षीय स्थितियां प्राप्त हो जाने पर अमेजोनिया 1 उपग्रह का कक्षा में अंतःक्षेपण कर दिया जाएगा। अब आप अपनी स्क्रीन पर देख रहे हैं निदेशक सतीश धवन स्पेस सेंटर श्री ए राजराजन।
It will be shown, Joey. Just wait a sec.
प्रमोशन में
Just wait some time. It will be shown. Don't worry.
विशेषताएं इस प्रकार हैं। इस यान में PS4 को करीब 44 मिनट के अंतराल के बाद पुनः प्रज्वलित किया जाएगा।
Minus 5 minutes.
Thank you F1AZ Gaming for that $2 super sticker. Really helps it. Helps the channel. And let's hope now this launch is
मिनट के बाद
fully successful, and it is actually happening, the first launch of 2021 from India, and done by the Indian Space Research Organization. And in the coming days and in the coming months, I should say, we will be seeing launches from India and but not from ISRO, but from other private partners. We have 3 private partners going in for rocket launches. So let's hope they also have a very good launch.
Systems have been checked. The onboard batteries were charged and the liquid propellants were serviced into the reaction control thrusters, the second stage and fourth stage. Apart from this, the gas bottles are pressurized to the pre-flight
Minus
levels.
4 minutes.
And hi Brazil, hello everyone from Brazil. Here your first satellite is going into space, and yep, and I really hope that it will actually help in monitoring the Amazon rainforest, and it will help Brazil to keep it more secure and safe. And here we have the real rocket, guys. This is
On
the
your
real
screens
rocket.
now, the launch vehicle ready and awaiting for its liftoff. Shri S. Somnath, Director Vikram Sarabhai Space Center, on your screens now.
Hi everyone, hi Dr. Ajay, hi Josh, hi Vijay Bhatia, everyone. And if you have questions,
Minus 3 minutes.
you can ask me and just enjoy this mission, because in this mission there is one interesting satellite going in to space, that is SD-SAT, developed by Space Kids India. And why is it interesting? Because it will be actually having the engraved portrait of Mr. Narendra Modi on the top side of the satellite, as well as holy book of Hinduism, that is Bhagavad Gita, um, on a flash drive. So yep, that is the case. I think that is the officials from the
वरिष्ठ वैज्ञानिक ब्राजील से
Brazil. Yep.
और प्रतिनिधि यहाँ उपस्थित मौसम
Again a problem with the buffering, not from my end.
पूरी तरह सामान्य प्रतीत होता हुआ
I think I should be looking in for another source here. Just a sec.
बहुत ही
Oh,
Minus 40.
I think there is some problem.
The PS1 performance is according to the expectation for this mission. Both the strap-ons have ignited on ground.
Strap-ons have been separated, guys.
It's 1 minute 15 seconds into the launch. Altitude 40 kilometers. All the ground-lit strap-ons are separated. Core stage will continue to burn for 1 minute 50 seconds.
अपने निर्धारित पथ का अनुकरण करते हुए PSLV
Oh.
C51 प्रथम चरण
Man.
का निष्पादन सामान्य होता हुआ या करीबन 109 सेकंड्स तक चलकर पृथक हो जाएगा मुख्य यान से
I don't know why this first stage separated, second stage has been ignited,
प्रथम
guys.
चरण का पृथक्करण
Plus 2
सामान्य
minutes.
द्वितीय
Close.
चरण
Closed loop guidance has been
द्वितीय चरण
initiated right
प्रचलित
now.
हो सामान्य निष्पादन करता हुआ द्वितीय चरण करीब 152 सेकंड तक चलेगा
About 90 kilometers altitude already attained. The PS2, the second stage of PSLV, operating currently.
And right now
You can
the
see on
vehicle
your
is in
screens
closed loop guidance, which
right
means that it
parameters.
is actually taking in the
The second stage
feedback from
operation
the actual
increases
trajectory and
the
matching it with
relative
the
velocity of the launch vehicle.
payload fairing separated, guys.
The payload fairing
Closed
has
loop
been
guidance
separated,
initiated.
and the closed loop guidance also is initiated.
Wow.
These are the two events which are done after the launch vehicle clears the
Plus 3
denser
minutes.
part of the atmosphere.
Second stage performance normal.
The Shah's tracking station is continuing to track, and Trivandrum station also has started to acquire the signal of launch vehicle flight.
Right now the second stage is thrusting.
The second stage of PSLV is based on liquid propulsion system.
अब प्रमोचन यान क्लोज लूप गाइडेंस के अंतर्गत है। इसका मतलब है कि वह अपने नियंत्रण के लिए एक्सेलरोमीटर्स और रेट जाइरोस का उपयोग कर अपनी स्थिति
Second
प्राप्त
stage
कर उसे
performance
नियंत्रण करता
normal.
है और उद्दिष्ट दिशा की ओर मोड़ता है।
Exactly. So he actually explained the term closed loop guidance, which actually means that it takes the feedback
पूरी
from the
तरह
actual
सामान्य
trajectory
निष्पादन
and the
PS2
trajectory
स्टेज
which it
का
has to go and matches
निर्धारित पथ
accordingly
का
if
अनुकरण
there is
करते
any
हुए
problem.
PS2 स्टेज तरंग नोदन पर आधारित चरण है।
Okay, and here we
Second
go.
stage separated. Third stage ignited.
Third stage ignited, guys.
संदेश आया है जिसमें PS3 प्रज्वलित हो चुका है। PS2 का
Third stage performance normal.
सफलतापूर्वक
That
पृथक्करण
actually
किया जा चुका
happened
है।
because of the problem in the actual
Close
coverage.
to 5 minutes past the launch, the PSLV third stage is currently operating, and the performance is normal.
Plus 5 minutes.
This stage is a solid propellant motor. Its height is 3.6 meters, diameter 2 meters, and uses 7.65 tons of propellant. The third stage will continue to burn for 125 seconds, that is a little over 2 minutes. In this duration, it will add 8 kilometers to the altitude, but
Third
increase the
stage
relative
performance
velocity
normal.
You can see
from
right now
3.8
the
to
range is
5.8 kilometers
571
per second
kilometers.
for the mission requirements.
तृतीय चरण का प्रज्वलन काल 124.9 सेकंड का होगा। उसके बाद यह शांत होकर PS3 और PS4 चरण एक साथ करीबन 106.9 सेकंड तक आगे चलेंगे। उसके बाद PS3 स्टेज का पृथक्करण होगा।
Plus
Okay.
6 minutes.
PS3 चरण का अधिकतम नोदक
I messed up here a bit.
24.6 टन का होता है।
Right now it is actually
View
thrusting.
from the launch view gallery.
You can
And
see
the
that here.
animation of launch vehicle performance. The PS3 currently.
Third stage action completed.
Okay, now it is in coast phase. Okay.
Now, though the third stage has completed its action, it continues to coast along with the
Vehicle
fourth
in
stage and the
coasting phase.
spacecrafts.
So we can see actually
It will
the
do so for
speed
the
of
next
it.
1 minute 47 seconds.
5 minute,
During which time there is
5.8 kilometers per
gain
second.
in the altitude as the launch vehicle loses velocity trivially.
Exactly,
Plus
and
7 minutes.
actually you can see that the third stage is right now still on intact with the actual satellite and the fourth stage, and it has a reason. It has a reason why it is not just separated just after the cutoff. It is because it actually wants to have momentum here, and when you have more mass you have more momentum. And why do you require more momentum? You require more momentum because it's still in some, you can say, you can see the altitude. It's 483 kilometers. Still some drag is there. To reduce that and make the rocket stable, that's why they don't remove the third
Officials are
stage.
here to watch the launch.
Is in the coast phase, everything is looking good, and we can see that the velocity decreasing, which is actually a thing. It will
Plus 8
decrease
minutes.
since we'll wait for it will decrease until it goes to the apoapse, which is the highest point in the orbit. Yes, 3 separation confirmed.
Third stage separated.
तृतीय चरण का सफलतापूर्ण पृथकीकरण मुख्य यान से अब करीब
And
10
the
सेकंड पे
PS4
चतुर्थ चरण का
ignition.
प्रज्वलन होगा
Engine started.
There you go, guys. Wow.
चतुर्थ चरण का प्रज्वलन शुरू हो चुका है
The launch vehicle is more than 1,400 kilometers away from the launch port.
Fourth stage performance normal.
Plus 9 minutes.
Fourth stage is performing normally, and the Trivandrum and Mauritius tracking stations are presently tracking. The tracking of today's mission for the launch vehicle is carried out by ISRO Telemetry, Tracking and Command Network, a host of ground stations in the flight path of the mission. Particular to this mission, 5 stations are tracking for 2 orbits. For the duration of 2 hours and 11 minutes, there is overlapping visibility of flight from these
Fourth
tracking
stage
stations.
performance normal.
SDSC Shar, Trivandrum, Mauritius, Antarctica for both the orbits, and the Lucknow station in India will join exclusively for the second orbit. View of the launch view gallery. His Excellency Marcos Cesar Pontes, Minister of Science, Technology and Innovation of Brazil, and also President of Brazilian Space Agency, Mr. Carlos Moura,
Plus 10 minutes.
and Director INPE, Clésio Denardin, are here to witness the launch.
Okay. I know, guys, it was a bit off because we weren't able to see the actual liftoff, but it's okay. Once this thing actually ends, I'll make you see the launch. Let's see if any of the source has captured that.
अमेजोनिया 1 सैटेलाइट का अंतक्षेपण
This
700
thing actually happened with the previous launch also. This thing actually doesn't happen normally, but been happening from 2 launches. The cutoff in the stream. Just before the liftoff.
उपग्रह अमेजोनिया 1 के साथ सहयात्री उपग्रह सतीश धवन सेट यह
Plus 11 minutes.
स्पेस इंडिया किड्स की तरफ से ये बनाया गया है इस उपग्रह का मुख्य कार्य रेडिएशन लेवल अंतरिक्षीय मौसम के अध्ययन के लिए आंकड़े जुटाना तथा दूर संचार तकनीक का प्रदर्शन करना है इसके अलावा 3 उपग्रहों का समूह जिसे 3 शैक्षिक संस्थानों ने संयुक्त रूप से
Fourth
तैयार
stage
किया है
performance
इसका
normal.
नाम है यूनिटी सेट
We can right now see the altitude is being increasing, which means it has not reached the apoapse right now, and it's already 690 kilometers in the altitude. I mean, Amazonia 1 requires actually a higher altitude, higher polar altitude.
प्रदर्शक उपग्रह है एक उपग्रह नैनो कनेक्ट 2 नामक तथा इसके साथ 12 अन्य स्पेस बीज नामक उपग्रह यूएसए की तरफ से
Plus 12
तकनीकी
minutes.
प्रदर्शक उपग्रह हैं यह सभी सहयात्री उपग्रह प्रमोचन यान के साथ मल्टी सैटेलाइट अडेप्टर की मदद से संयोजित कर
You can see the onboard camera also in the
सुरक्षित कर
computer
दिए गए हैं
screens. You can see that. That's the onboard cameras. Here also
Among
in the
19
screen.
payloads taking a ride
can
in
see
this
that.
mission, the prime satellite is the 637 kilograms
Fourth stage
Amazonia 1
performance
satellite.
normal.
Noteworthy aspect about this satellite is that this is the first satellite which is completely designed, integrated, tested, and operated by the National Institute for Space Research, INPE, Brazil. It is an optical Earth observation satellite having wide field imaging camera with a span of 850 kilometers and a resolution of 60 meters. Amazonia 1 mission would further strengthen the existing structure by providing remote sensing
Plus
data
13
to
minutes.
users for monitoring deforestation in the Amazon
Here we
region
can see the onboard
and
cameras and the
analysis of diversified
satellite
agriculture
solar
across
panels
the Brazilian territory.
on the screen, guys.
The satellite is designed for a mission life of more than 4 years. A team of scientists from Brazil had arrived to SDSC Shar and worked with Amazonia 1 for over 2 months to get it ready for the launch.
4-stage performance normal.
The PS4 is
So you can
about
see
to
that
continue for
the
about 3 more
orbit
minutes,
it is
and then
going
it
into
will
a
shut
polar
down,
orbit,
by which time it will
going into the south and
bring
north direction. It's
orbital
like right now
parameters
heading
while
in the
further
southern
moving the
direction.
primary satellite at 752 kilometers circular Sun Synchronous Polar Orbit.
चतुर्थ चरण सामान्य
Plus
निष्पादन करता
14
हुआ
minutes.
अब हम कुछ ही दूरी पर अपने मुख्य उपग्रह अमेजोनिया 1 के पृथकीकरण से उपग्रह
4-stage performance
अमेजोनिया
normal.
1 को 756 किलोमीटर के एल्टीट्यूड तथा 4.5 किलोमीटर पर सेकेंड की गति से सन सिंक्रोनस पोलर ऑर्बिट पर अंतक्षेपित किया जाएगा।
For the PSLV-C51 mission, the fourth stage,
Plus
the
15 minutes.
PS4, will be in operation for
In
1
just
hour
1 minute
42
from
minutes
now, the
cumulatively,
fourth
of
stage will
which
be
it will
cut
continue to
off.
burn for 508 seconds. Presently, the total burn duration is 491 seconds. Thereafter, it will shut down and restart twice to achieve the orbital parameters for the 18 co-passenger satellites.
Normal.
Everything is looking good right now. You can see here the ground trace.
निष्पादन सामान्य अब हम
Relative velocity 7 kilometers per second, altitude 753 kilometers already. And it's now time to cut off the engine in 16 minutes and 36 seconds.
7.56 किलोमीटर पर सेकंड की रिलेटिव वेलोसिटी
Which actually says that the relative velocity actually says that it is in the orbit only. Right now the apogee is
Among
increasing.
the co-passenger
10 minutes.
satellites, there is Satish Dhawan Sat built by Space Kids India. Set of 3 Unity Sats, Sindhu Netra, SAI-1, NanoConnect 2, and Space Bees, a cluster of 12 satellites from USA.
अमेजोनिया 1 की कक्षा प्राप्त कर ली गई है। अब किसी भी समय अमेजोनिया 1 का अंतःक्षेपण उसकी निर्धारित कक्षा पर होगा।
Thrust cutoff.
Here you go, PS4 engine cut off, guys.
चतुर्थ चरण को निर्धारित रूप से बंद कर दिया गया है।
That will coast for another some time, and then the satellite will be separated. The Amazonia 1 satellite will be separated just few seconds from now.
Plus
Amazonia
17
1
minutes.
satellite injection conditions are achieved.
Injection conditions are achieved means they are in the good orbit right now, guys. Good orbit has been achieved. This is right now
प्रमोशन पूरी
successful
तरह
only.
सामान्य और निर्धारित पथ पर।
Amazonia 1 satellite separated.
Here we go, guys.
Jubilant moment. Amazonia 1 satellite has been separated and it has been injected into the intended orbit.
From TTC Director, Mauritius confirm Amazonia downlink reception.
This is Range Operation Director. Mission is continuing with 2 4-stage restart. After the second restart operation at 12:13 hours IST, 18 customer satellite separation will be commenced. All stations involved in operations can continue in positions. Others shall reassemble at 12 hours IST.
Okay.
अमेजोनिया 1 को सफलतापूर्वक उसकी कक्षा पर स्थापित कर दिया गया है.
Till the okay, so I think so. The coverage will end here only. I think so. So I don't think so. They will be. We will be seeing the.
1.5 hours. Meanwhile, the PS4 along with the rest of the payloads will continue to coast and will restart twice and come to a lower orbit for injecting the 18 payloads.
Yep. So that's the
Now
reason
we
why
take
it
a
will
break
be
and join you
restarted.
again at 12:10 in the afternoon for updates on ongoing mission and injection of co-passenger satellites.
जैसा कि पूर्व निर्धारित था, अब अमेजोनिया 1 के अंतक्षेपण के बाद में 44 मिनट के बाद पुनः प्रज्वलन किया जाएगा PS4 का. तब तक वह अन्य उपग्रहों के कक्षा तक पहुंच चुका होगा. यह प्रसारण 12:10 को दोबारा शुरू होगा.
Oh, okay. So there will be an.
1, 2, 3.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Right now, the press conference is beginning. We will have some. I really look forward for this press conference because we actually have some really good updates on the upcoming missions.
I am extremely happy to declare that PSLV-C51 successfully launched in the precise orbit of Amazonia 1 today. In this mission, India and ISRO feel extremely proud and honored and happy to launch the first satellite designed, integrated, and operated by Brazil. My heartiest congratulations to the Brazilian team for this achievement. The satellite is in very good health and solar panels are deployed and is functioning very nicely. Let me congratulate and compliment the entire Brazilian team. Also, my best wishes for the Brazil engineer for the future operations and the future life of the satellites and utilities of the satellite for the Brazilian civilian community. On this happy occasion, we have with us Brazilian Minister for Science and Technology and Innovation, His Excellency Marcos Pontes. I request him to tell a few words.
So good morning everyone. A very, very happy day. I would like first to congratulate all and each one of you that worked so hard to make this launch a successful launch. As you can imagine from the Brazilian side, we've been working on this satellite for many years, and all this moment represents a very important, like the top of all this effort made by so many people in our National Institute for Space Research and our Brazilian Space Agency. So for all of you that are here today, representing a team, a huge team from many years working and designing, producing all the industries that working with this satellite. And this satellite has a very important mission for Brazil. First of all, it's one more satellite to monitor the country, the Amazon, and other biomes in Brazil. As well, it represents a new era of the Brazilian industry for satellites and development in Brazil. It brings inside PEACE, the multi-mission platform that can be used for other satellites. So it's very important. And I could choose better place to be than here in India with all our partnership. And this is very important. This is one step, important step with this partnership that is going to grow up very much. So all of you here in India as well, I'd like to thank you very much, congratulate for beautiful launch, beautiful rocket, and all the efforts that has been done here. So we are going to work together a lot. And seeing by this this symbol here with these two flags, I believe represents exactly what we are doing today. It's the beginning of our every time more stronger relationship. So you can count on Brazil, and I'm talking in here in the name of President Bolsonaro and all the Brazilian government, that we are going to work together and we are going to win together. So thank you very much.
Also, my dear friends, it may be noted that this is the first commercial mission of NSIL, the commercial arm of that DOS. So I request Mr. Narayanan, CMD, to tell a few words about his business prospects.
Okay, so I can actually make you show what was there in the animation during the deployment and all. Let me just switch over to that.
Namaskar.
Meantime,
from us at New Space India Limited, good morning to all. At the stroke of the midnight hour, when the world sleeps, India will awake to life and freedom. A moment comes which comes but rarely in history, when we step out from the old to the new. We are all familiar with this famous quote when India achieved its independence. In analogy, when the world was groping in the dark with questions of human survival in the peak of the COVID-19 pandemic, Indian space sector awoke to a new life and stepped out from the old to the new. ENSIL, or New Space India Limited, the nascent fledgling company under the Department of Space, a directly beneficiary of the reforms announced by the present government, thanks the government and the Department of Space for the same. While we had our presence in the earlier 3 missions of PSLV through customer auxiliary payloads, we are proud to host this launch, the first dedicated mission of ENSIL and that of the first totally Brazilian-built Earth observation satellite. We are again honored by the presence of the Honorable Minister and the former astronaut of Brazil, Marco Cesar Pontes, on this occasion. We thank the National Institute for Space Research, INPE Brazil, for the faith imposed in ISRO and ENSIL's strengths, and Mesos Spaceflight USA for facilitating the same. We sincerely acknowledge the highly professional interactions we had with the INPE team and specifically with Mission Manager Mr. Adnilson R. Silva. Team INPE, be assured our teams are already on the job to provide tracking support also from our facilities. We are also happy that we could support other auxiliary payloads also in this mission and thank the customers for their faith too. We wish our customers all the best for their just commenced missions to achieve all the desired goals. Dear Team ISRO and DOS, we are all proud of you and thank you for extending this support to ENSIL and executing the same with clockwork precision. Looking forward for many more such exciting activities in future. Jai Hind.
That's all, my dear friends. Now our mission is not yet completed, and we are now going from 751 kilometer to lower altitude to inject the remaining 18 satellite. And after successful injection of the satellite, maybe after 12 o'clock, we will meet once again. Thank you very much.
Okay, that was the case. So I think I can now stream the Soyuz launch also. Is coming in just hours from now, minutes from now, I should say now. So, but here we had the ISRO launching the PSLV rocket. It was a successful launch. The primary payload has been separated successfully. Only the commercial payloads, other co-passenger satellites are left, and we will be seeing that separation too in coming time. It will take some time. I will resume today at 12:10 hours. Maybe I think so. I won't be able to stream it, or I will. I don't know, but let's see what happens. But let me just share with you the launch, which we actually want to see, right? Let me see if we had something in here. Okay.
Minus 40 seconds.
Okay.
Minus 35 seconds.
Let's see the launch again, guys. Whosoever missed it. I also missed it because of the stream glitch.
Minus 25 seconds. Minus 20 seconds. Minus 15 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6,
-3, we'll see the roll control test. And here you go.
1,
Ignition. Lift off. And here you show.
plus 5 seconds.
Majestic liftoff and the announcement of normal liftoff from the Range Operations Director.
सफलतापूर्वक उत्थापन PSLV-C51 का अपने मिशन की ओर अग्रसर.
Wow.
19 satellites taking a ride in this mission. Amazonia 1 being the prime satellite.
Stage performance normal.
ROD की अभी घोषणा के अनुसार प्रथम चरण का निष्पादन सामान्य होता हुआ.
Yep. TWR is Nutty Carter page.
प्रमोचन यान अपने अधिकतम गतिक दाब से गुजर रहा है.
So this was the launch,
सामान्य काम करते हुए.
which we missed at that time.
The PS1 performance is according to the expectation for this mission. Both the strap-ons have ignited on ground.
And we actually didn't see the strap-on being separated from.
1 minute 15 seconds. into
Okay.
Altitude 40 kilometers. All the groundlet strap-ons are separated. Core stage will continue to burn for 1 minute 50 seconds.
Those were the people outside witnessing the launch. So yep, that is the thing. And now we can a sec. I think it's okay now, right? Yep. So that was the mission today, guys. We had a successful launch, successful liftoff, carrying the satellites to the space. Although there was some stream glitch at the time of liftoff from their end only, but the next time onwards, let's hope that they will resolve it and we will actually see the launch in the real time. Okay, so now the next mission which will be coming in for ISRO will be most probably will be the SSLV mission, mostly in April or so. So SSLV is the newest rocket for the ISRO, and it is SSLV actually stands for Small Satellite Launch Vehicle, and it is actually made for catering the small sat market. Okay, and it will be like the cost of that rocket is very less. Okay, the cost of that rocket, the SSLV, is very very less. Even the Rocket Lab cost around $7 million per launch, and the SSLV actually cost around $4 million. So, and the payload capacity is more or less same for the Rocket Lab as well as the SSLV. So, yep, that is the case, and that's why ISRO is known for providing more for less. That is what here they do in ISRO. So yep, that is the case. So if you have any other questions, guys, you can ask me, because right now the vehicle is headed towards the polar orbit, and now it will actually restart their fourth stage 2 times so as to lower the orbit. And because the orbit which was there for Amazonia 1 was around 760 kilometers. Now it will lower the orbit to around 500 kilometers or so, and then deploy the others 18 satellites. Yes, Monica, you are right. March end or April start will be the launch of the SSLV. Rocket Lab is a small sat rocket company based in US and New Zealand. So it is also a rocket company which actually aiming for small set market, and SSLV is also aiming for small set market. That's why it is a good comparison, and hopefully there will be a video up on the channel soon comparing these two. I think so. Now we can let me just see. I can now end the stream, and we can meet again or for the Soyuz launch in just some time now. I think so. In just an hour or so. Yep. Uh, in 15 to 20 minutes, maybe, we will be having the launch coverage of the Soyuz launch. I'll be streaming that too also. So come in for that, and we will enjoy and see the launch which we missed today. At least that launch will be there. So yeah, that is the thing. Yep, RevTune, you are right. Rocket Lab builds the Electron rocket with electric pump-fed Rutherford engines. Pretty awesome setup. Exactly, because since it's the pump-fed is a electric pump-fed, that means the turbo pumps are controlled by electric motors. That's why you don't actually need any valves or complex mechanism to throttle or change the gimbal or something like that. Everything can be controlled by the software, so that's why the engine design is very clean for Rocket Lab. Yes, Jalasuman mission is not completed. I know they will be again streaming at 12:10. If I don't think so, I'll be streaming at that time, because the Russians will be launching their Soyuz rocket, and I'll be streaming that. Yep, there is a live stream, Emery Hurst. I'll be live, don't worry, and let's see what we get in that. Okay, I think I can now end the stream. If you have questions, you can ask me. Otherwise, we can go now. And if you are new to this channel, you can actually know that on this channel I host live streams of rocket launches and space events, as well as other space related videos we also have on this channel. So consider subscribing for latest updates, and now meet you again in just 20 to 30 minutes or so for the Soyuz launch from Baikonur Cosmodrome, Russia. So meet me again at that time, and until then, this is Priyanshu Roila. You just saw Rocket Gun. Stay safe, stay healthy, and